There we go.
Oh, no, that's a clam. Look at Mango smells it or something. He wants to.
What is it?
I think that's a clam. There's probably a clam in there.
Yeah.
You can make those bubbles.
Or a crab.
A crab. Yeah, maybe that's what I mean. Crab.
Yeah.
Something was under there. Mango.
I should have my light on in the last video.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I want to give y'all a quick testimony. I don't ever talk about this. I'm gonna have to do a background noise cancellation. Guys, over a year ago, I've been walking with the Lord. I went to my parents divorced when I was 12. Quick testimony. Tried to make it short. My parents divorced when I was 12. I got really, really angry, and I invited a spirit of rebellion into my heart against all authority. 1 Samuel says the rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Whenever you're rebellious towards authority, whenever you have anger and hatred and unforgiveness towards your parents or anybody else in your heart, you have a spirit of witchcraft that you're operating in. And man, it opened up doors, guys, to lying. First it started off like the small sins, right? It was like lying and then cheating and stealing. Then it became like more violent, like fighting and stuff like that, and just being mean to people, man. Then it became more aggressive, and I would like to fight, like street fighting. And then, guys, to numb the pain of that unforgiveness that opens up those doors for vices, I started doing alcohol, drinking alcohol a lot, and doing drugs and wanting to get in the party scene. Sold drugs a little bit, not a lot at all, just a couple of times really, but I was a drug user. And I got really deep off into drugs because I would use the needle. I said I'd never do it, right? And sin always, man, sin is something else. Sin always do things you said you'd never do, makes you stay longer than you said you would stay, and it costs you more than you're willing to pay. And man, I went from snorting cocaine to shooting up, and my whole life changed, guys. I became homeless. I went to rehab. Fell off, ended up surrendering my heart to Jesus in a jail cell in 2001, Travis County Jail. And God put a desire to do artwork in my heart because I did artwork as a kid. And I started doing artwork again and drawing. It's a shell. And I just wanted to bless people and give back because I'd taken so much in my addiction. And man, God blew it up because I was so willing to be giving with it, man. I just really, truly wanted to give back because I'd taken so much, like I said. And I started making really good money. I had an investor start paying me to do collegiate artwork. And God bless him, rest his soul. He passed away, so that deal ended. But I was making $100,000 a year doing pencil portrait collegiate artwork. And after that, I do murals now full time, and I still do portraits with pencil and oil paint on canvas, but I do more like mural work and like signage and stuff. Check out my Instagram if you want to see my work. It's at White Horse Artistry. But man, my testimony, that's where I'm at today with the artwork stuff. But I had a relapse back in 2018, and I moved to Brownwood, Texas, and I went through a year-long discipleship program, and I forgave my dad and his mistress, and I forgave myself, guys. That's huge, so huge. It's easy to forgive everybody else, but what about your own shame and regrets and condemnation? Man, we self-sabotage so easy, right, in addiction. Oh, I messed up, so I may as well keep going, or I may as well go all out. And when I was there and I graduated that program, God put me on a shelf for ministry. And I was going to the gym, and I met Sarah, my wife now. And guys, it was really bad because we wanted to kind of drink a little bit here and there and maintain that. And so we would drink on the weekends sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man, just being full transparency, one weekend I drank too much, and it triggered something in my brain, man. Alcohol will lower your self-efficacy. It lowers your morals, ethics, and values to a place where you get you get those urges, you know? Anytime you unnaturally stimulate your dopamine like that, other than something just natural like food, working out, running, watching sports, playing sports, sex. Anytime you drink alcohol or do a drug, it stimulates your dopamine levels and your cortisol and your adrenaline and your serotonin to an unnatural, ungodly level, right? So when that happens, doors get opened. That's how people end up having an affair. They end up falling off in a way that is hard. A lot of times, they're not able to come back from. So what happened was, I drank one weekend and I ended up relapsing on drugs. Okay, I went on a binge and it was bad because I knew the truth and I knew better. So guys, I couldn't stop. I stayed up for 17 days straight on crack cocaine and methamphetamine and alcohol. And I didn't sleep, man. And I didn't eat. And I lost 50 pounds. And it was so demonic. My poor wife, she left me. And she went to go stay where she could, like at her parents' house and in our gym that we own. And she just wanted me to do better and stop. And I refused to stop, guys. And it got worse and worse and worse. I was on probation already for an old charge. And what happened was, one day I just took off walking, and she took a picture of me walking through this pasture because she knew something bad was going to happen. And I ended up walking all the way to my childhood home. And on the way, I went through this really weird drug-induced psychosis delusion. That's what it causes. It's witchcraft. It's sorcery, guys. Pharmakia. If you know, then you know. If you don't, I pray you never do. So I thought I was being tested by a secret society and by undercover cops and all this stuff, guys. And I was jumping fences and I was swimming through creeks and stuff. And it was really, really bizarre and crazy. And I walked for like 30 miles, many hours. And guys, I ended up in this backyard of a childhood friend that I used to play sports at his house all the time. And they called the cops on me. Cops come, and I was so froze up and locked up in my brain that I gave them a fake name and they took me to jail. They took me to the hospital actually first, did an eye scan, and they gave me a tranquilizer to put me out, and they did an eye scan and found out my identity. Well, they gave me a ticket, and there's so many undercover cops out there. Somebody called my probation officer and they told her to do a drug test. So they called me in, they tested me, hair follicle, it was dirty. So they revoked my probation. Guys, I end up turning myself in. This is the end of that binge. I ended up turning myself in on the warrant that they put out. And my wife, man, she was like, look, this is too much. I didn't sign up for this. See, your addiction doesn't just affect you, it affects everybody else around you. Like throwing a pond or rock into a pond, the ripples go all the way out to the edges. They affect things that you don't even know that they're affecting, right? And they're hurting people. Your actions don't just hurt you, but addiction makes you so selfish, like you're the only one being affected. So my poor wife, who's like amazing, you know, she said, okay, if I see you want to change and repent, I'll stay with you and give you another chance. So I went to rehab, and I did not go for that. I did it because it was the right thing to do. I did it because I wanted to repent. You know, I just didn't know how. I needed help. I needed help to stop. So I go to this 30-day treatment, have an active warrant. When I get out, my probation officer said, okay, you know, that's good that you went there, but go turn yourself into jail. It's the hardest thing I ever had to do, guys. Hardest thing. I go turn myself in, and man, the anxiety and the claustrophobia was unreal. Plus my wife's dropping me off. She's driving all the way back 4 hours away to go back to just try to work and hold it all together. And y'all know what? This strong freaking woman of God, strongest woman I've ever met, she holds it together. And she forgave me. You want to talk about the love and the mercy and the wisdom of God, like just the grace where you don't deserve it. I don't deserve her forgiveness, right, at this point, because I'm a heathen. And sure enough, man, she forgives me, and I go to jail, and she stuck with me, and she put money on my books, ride or die. talks to me on the phone, tells me that she believes in me. And that's what I needed to hear. I just needed somebody to believe in me. Because I believe in God. I know God, and I know he loves me, but we always need something tangible. He gives us tangible things to work in our lives. So my wife is the hands and feet of Jesus, and she forgives me, and she sticks by me, and I'm in jail in solitary confinement some of the time for 7 months. They messed up my classification at the Beto unit in TDCJ. So I'm in a segregation cell, and I couldn't talk to her actually for like the whole last 30 days. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, guys. But to get to, you got to go through. You hear what I'm saying? Like, somebody needs to hear this. You have to completely deny yourself and take up Jesus' cross and follow him. It says, whoever wants to find life will lose it for my sake, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find life. All I had was my Bible, a little bit of food, and water. And I read that Bible through and through every day and night for those 30 days. I mean, I read it the other 7 months I was in jail, but in prison, I read it the whole time I was in solitary confinement, guys. And God really spoke to me and transformed me and showed me, be content. Like, look at this. You found contentment. You found me. You have forgiveness. You have everything you need. You have my forgiveness and you have your wife's forgiveness. That's all you need. All you need is that mercy and grace. And so he told me, don't drink, don't do nothing. Just you're content in here with nothing. You're content with nothing. No coffee, no phone, no nothing. Very little food. It's horrible. And just 4 walls. And all I had was a sheet, no blanket. So like, if you can be content and just sit still with yourself, guys, learn to sit still with yourself and master yourself. Learn to master your mind. Very few people can do this because we're so distracted and bombarded by life. Guys, if my wife had not forgiven me, dude, I don't know where I would be today. I would like to say that I'd be serving the Lord and staying sober on my own. But her mercy and grace and forgiveness, like, totally opened the door for us today to be doing what we're doing. We're traveling the nation. We're doing a nationwide mural tour. We're starting in Texas. Now we're in Florida. Check it out. We're in Florida, on the beach, on the coast. Say hi, babe.
Hi.
Give him my testimony.
Baby, that's awesome. I know I got a little video clip of it.
You did? I know you've been listening. So this is my wife, Sarah. This is the woman I'm talking about, guys.
Hi, guys. Don't mind the frizzy beach hair.
Don't mind the frizzy beach hair. It's very humid. We're going to go up to, after Florida for about 6 months, we're probably going to go, God willing, we're going to go to Nashville, Tennessee and do some. Who knows where we're going to go. We're going to walk through wherever God leads us, we're going to walk through open doors.
New York? You never know.
He's bringing people, guys. When you fully walk in obedience to God, we left our state not long ago, and we just said, God, just use us, like, bring people as we go. Think about this. As Jesus went and walked to go do something, to go meet a need, to go preach, whatever, he would heal people on the way, guys. It's in your daily walk that you're going to encounter people. That is your mission field. We all think there's like some end goal, end game, right? It's not about the end game. It's about the journey. It's about the process. He's gonna, when you're open and yielded and to be obedient, or you're walking in repentance, once you put down your hurts, habits, and hangups, your vices, you've forgiven people, Jesus is gonna bring people in your path, just like how he had happened to him. As he went, he forgave and he healed and he preached and he taught and he corrected and he rebuked, guys, and he commanded and he instructed. So as you walk in your day-to-day, he's gonna open up doors for you. Today I got to pray a deliverance prayer and help a guy at our hotel that is seeing a psychic for help. My wife got to give a bouquet of flowers that we got to the cashier at our hotel. The hotel clerk. And give her a little word of encouragement, guys. It's so awesome. And here we are tonight at the beach. We're about to go eat shrimp. We're about to go just love each other, go do a little bit of work at the hotel room online, and go to bed and start it over. So I'll splice in tomorrow.
Run on the beach tomorrow.
We're gonna go run. We're gonna come back to this spot and we're gonna run on the beach in the morning.
The sunrise, hopefully.
Yeah, we can do it if we want. If we put our minds to it, we can do anything.
Or we can do our Bible reading then
we'll do our Bible reading and then come in. My wife reads the Bible every morning at 8 a.m. Y'all tune in. It's Instagram is at Sarah May Wallace. No, at Sarah May Schofield. At SarahMaescofield. Mine is at Whitehorse Artistry. WHITEHORSE. And then artistry is ARTISTRY. Probably try to put the link. We'll put the link, right? Links in the bio. Check it out. You can check out my artwork, check out her personal training, her personal development for women, and you can watch other content that we have as we travel with our puppy and our RV and our Bibles. And Jesus, number one. All right, guys. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a good day. Good night, wherever you're at. Bye.
Bye.